I want to welcome each and every one of you this afternoon as we come to share something that we're really excited about, and that's the opening of our East Grand Preparatory Early Childhood Center. We're very excited about the opportunity to come to you this afternoon.
Buenas tardes, queremos darles las gracias y la bienvenida a esta junta. Tenemos información muy importante para ustedes, de la que estamos muy emocionados. Es acerca de nuestro nuevo centro preescolar para East Grand y les damos las gracias por unirse a nosotros.
This is really a great time because we get to introduce to you what we see and what we've created for you and your children, a state-of-the-art early childhood center for our 3- and 4-year-old scholars.
Estamos muy contentos de poder presentar a ustedes el trabajo que hemos estado haciendo para desarrollar un nuevo centro preescolar que es súper moderno para nuestros niños de pre-kinder de 3 y 4 años.
This new center has really been a dream that I've had for many years, that we would be able to build a facility specifically that would meet the developmental needs of your 3- and 4-year-old children, and we're grateful to be able to share this with you today.
Este es un sueño personal que he tenido. Hemos tenido el deseo de crear un edificio moderno y específico para las necesidades de nuestros niños de pre-K.
Ever since we founded the school back in 2008, we've always made sure that our early childhood children, our 3- and 4-year-olds, had a full day school available for them because we felt like that our children and your children needed the best, and we're just continuing now to improve and offer more now.
Desde que se fundó la escuela en el año 2008, nos hemos preocupado por siempre ofrecer un programa preescolar de tiempo completo, y ahora con este edificio eso es parte de este sueño y es algo que les queremos compartir.
This facility is located at 6015 Lindsley Avenue. It's a 16,000 square foot facility with around 5,000 square feet of playground.
Este nuevo edificio está ubicado en 6015 en Lindsley Avenue. Es un edificio de 16,000 pies cuadrados y tiene cerca de 5,000 pies cuadrados de áreas verdes.
And I promise you this is going to be one of the best early childhood centers even anywhere in the Dallas area.
Y les prometemos que este va a ser uno de los mejores edificios preescolares en el área de Dallas.
We spent a lot of time trying to find the right location.
Pasamos mucho tiempo intentando encontrar el lugar indicado.
Because we wanted to make it close enough to our main campus at East Grand Preparatory.
Porque queríamos asegurarnos que estuviera cerca de nuestro campus principal de East Grand.
So that it'd be easy for you to drop your children off at the Early Childhood Center.
Para que fuera sencillo para ustedes dejar a sus niños en el centro preescolar.
And if you have other children at the East Grand main campus,
y si tiene otros niños en el campus principal de East Grand,
it's just 2 blocks away from our East Grand campus.
Está simplemente a 2 cuadras de este campus.
We spent over $5 million purchasing and also renovating this facility.
Hemos invertido cerca de $5 millones al comprar el edificio y al renovarlo.
And it will be open in January in about 30 to 35 days from now.
Y estará abierto en el mes de enero, en 35 o algo así días a partir de ahora.
Now we're working closely with the city of Dallas right now to ensure the grand opening.
Estamos trabajando con la ciudad de Dallas para asegurarnos que podemos inaugurar este edificio.
And we do have a supply chain issue with one part that we need that only the city of Dallas can give it to us.
Pero hay un pequeño problema en la cadena de suministros con una parte que solo la ciudad de Dallas nos puede proveer.
It has to do with our fire sprinkler system and your children, and for your children's safety, this has to be installed before we can open the school.
Es una parte que va en nuestro sistema de supresión de incendios, que es algo crítico para la seguridad de sus estudiantes.
And we can only purchase this from the city of Dallas, and right now they don't have any.
Y solamente la ciudad de Dallas puede proveer esta parte y en este momento no tiene ninguna.
But they've promised next month they will be available.
Pero nos están prometiendo que el próximo mes estará disponible.
So our hope is to open in the month of January, and we'll keep you updated after the Christmas break and let you know where we're at.
Nuestra meta es abrir en el mes de enero y les daremos nueva información después del descanso de Navidad.
So what I'd like to do is show you some renderings now that will let you see some of the what the new center is going to look like.
Quiero mostrarles algunas imágenes de cómo se verá este nuevo centro escolar.
This facility, I'm really excited because we were able to really take really an iconic building.
Estoy muy emocionado de este edificio porque pudimos tener la oportunidad de tomar un edificio icónico en la ciudad.
This building was built by the Minyard family,
Este edificio fue construido por la familia Minyard,
who raised their family in Old East Dallas in the Mount Auburn area.
quienes criaron a su familia en esa área de Mount Auburn
And they started a grocery business.
y empezaron una tienda un supermercado.
And this mercado, if you don't mind, was their original store in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Y este supermercado fue su tienda original en el área de Dallas.
And so we're really grateful to be able to transform this into what you're going to, I believe, really appreciate what we're going to be able to offer your children.
Estamos muy contentos y agradecidos de que pudimos tomar este edificio y convertirlo en lo que van a ver que va a ser el centro preescolar para sus hijos.
The next rendering is I want to show you the entrance and what the reception area is going to look like. As you walk into the building, you can pretend right now you're walking into that. You can look at it. That's what it's going to look like when you walk in the building, and that's where our receptionist will be.
La siguiente imagen muestra, si ustedes se imaginan que están entrando al edificio, esto muestra cómo va a ser el área de la recepción, donde va a estar nuestro recepcionista y algunas oficinas para sus hijos.
And the next rendering shows you one of the many reading nooks that we've created so that your children can go find books to read, or they may be read to by either their teacher or a teacher assistant or maybe a volunteer.
La siguiente imagen muestra una pequeña biblioteca y hay varias esquinas donde los niños van a poder tener lugares para leer y tener otras actividades con sus maestros.
The next rendering is a multi-purpose room that we have created. That room will be used and available for many different opportunities and things that will need to be done there at the school.
La siguiente imagen es de un salón de usos múltiples que obviamente va a ser utilizado para diferentes actividades dentro de la escuela.
In keeping with the building's origin and history, we're going to actually have a Mercado theme, as you can see.
Y yendo con la historia del edificio, vamos a tener un pequeño tema ahí de un supermercado.
This will be an indoor play area for students when the weather's not conducive to going outside.
También va a ser un área que se podrá usar para juegos, para tener recreo, sobre todo cuando el clima no sea prudente sacar a los niños.
Be a place for parent meetings.
Será un lugar para juntas con padres.
And other things that'll help the children and help you as we begin to use this facility.
Y otras actividades que le ayudarán a sus hijos y a usted cuando usemos este lugar.
Now, for those of you that have been attending our East Grand, your children have been attending our East Grand campus, you know our playground over at East Grand, at that main campus, is pretty small.
Para aquellos de ustedes que tienen hijos asistiendo ahorita al campus principal de East Grand, ustedes saben que nuestra área de juegos en East Grand es muy pequeña.
And we're really excited to be able to show you this now of the playground. This is an aerial view that shows you the playground that we are right now renovating and putting in place.
Estamos muy emocionados de mostrarles esta vista aérea de cómo se va a ver el área de juegos en esta nueva escuela, y es un área bastante amplia.
And this rendering doesn't really do it justice because it's much larger than what that rendering shows.
Y realmente esta imagen no le hace justicia a la realidad. Es un área muy amplia y es un área nueva que estamos desarrollando.
And then the last rendering I want to show you gives you an aerial view of our facility with the playground right next to it, along with some of the parking. And it kind of gives you a proportional look at what it's going to look like.
Y la última imagen muestra una vista aérea también de no solo el área de juegos, sino del edificio principal, para que se den una idea más o menos de qué tan grande es esta área.
So I want to invite you to drive by and take a look at our new facility.
Los queremos invitar, vayan y pueden manejar enfrente de la calle y ver el avance que llevamos en nuestro nuevo
They're
edificio.
working really hard to make sure that it's going to be open and available to us in the month of January.
Nuestros contratistas están trabajando muy duro para asegurarse que todo está listo y podemos abrir en enero.
Now I'd like to turn it over to my Deputy Superintendent and Chief Academic Officer, Elder Rojas, to talk to you about some of the programming and some of the things that we'll be able to offer your children now.
Y ahora pasamos el micrófono a Miss Elda Rojas, quien es nuestra jefa académica y asistente superintendente.
Thank you very much, Mr. Brannon. Parents, we're so excited to hear this news of how it's coming along, and we cannot wait for your students to be there, enjoying the opportunity of learning in a facility that's been created with them in mind. Padres, estamos tan animados que ya se aproxima el día en que sus hijos van a poder estar en el nuevo centro de Cityscape para que sigan aprendiendo con nosotros. We have, as you know, we have worked very closely with you all to ensure that your child comes to an environment that is conducive to their learning, where they get to explore and they get to share with others and develop both academically and also in the social emotional sense. We are just so excited, parents. And on the next slide, you'll see as a reminder to you of what your child is learning. We have aligned all of our programs and curriculums to follow the pre-K guidelines. Padres, ustedes bien se recordarán desde la última reunión que nosotros seguimos un currículo enfocado en las guías preescolares de el estado de Texas y seguimos los estándares que requieren. Our daily program focuses on developing your child's independence, self-confidence, and also their self-control. For us, it's very important that your child receives the support necessary to thrive academically, socially, and emotionally. Para nosotros es muy importante que tengamos en lugar todos los soportes para que sus hijos crezcan en lo académico, lo social y emocional. Aquí en el centro tendremos muchas oportunidades para sus hijos que sigan en su desarrollo académico. A third component I want to mention that sets us apart has to do with the dual language pathway. We encourage you to support your students when they are in pre-K 4 to start their pathway to biliteracy and to become bilingual, fully bilingual, by the time they complete secondary school. Here at Cityscape, we offer opportunities for them to interact with both languages, English and Spanish, so they can continue their development. Aquí en Cityscape, sus hijos también pueden seguir estudiando a través del programa dual, aprendiendo inglés y español conjuntamente para que un día lleguen a graduarse completamente bilingües en el programa de secundaria que tendremos. Y pues padres, más van a aprender la próxima semana cuando el director de escuelas, Mr. José López, también va a reunirse con ustedes y hablar un poco más en detalles sobre el programa. Next week, parents, you're invited to join us once again on the 15th of January at 12 noon, where the principal of the Cityscape Early Childhood Center, Mr. José López, will meet with you and go over with a little more details on all of the program offerings, the continued curriculum, and address any of your questions that you may have. Entonces, la próxima semana, acompáñenos una vez más con el director, Mr. López, el 15 de enero a las 12 mediodía. Join us once again next week at 12 noon.
I also would like to just clarify a couple things because it may be a little confusing. You may be thinking, oh, we're opening up a new facility. It's a new school. It's a different school. This is still part of the East Grand Preparatory School. We are just growing so much at our main campus on East Grand that we had to open this facility to make room for more children. And so all of your children that are in either the third or either grade 3 or grade 4.
Queremos hacer una aclaración. No queremos que haya confusión respecto a esto. Estamos abriendo una nueva escuela, pero no significa que estaremos aceptando más alumnos. Esto vamos a mover a los alumnos que están actualmente en nuestra escuela East Grand a este lugar, ya que estamos creciendo tanto que queremos usar el espacio en East Grand y separar a los dos campus.
And so when your little 4-year-old gets ready to go into kindergarten, they will just move from that Lindsley Early Childhood Center and then move into our main campus on East Grand.
Si ustedes tienen un niño de 3 o 4 años en pre-K, cuando ellos terminen pre-K 4, simplemente van a moverse a nuestro campus principal para empezar con kinder ahí.
So I just didn't want to make sure no one was confused about if open up a new facility, it's a new school, they're going to stay there. Once they graduate and go to kindergarten, they'll continue at the main campus.
Solo quiero aclarar para que todo el mundo entienda que este es un centro preescolar y una vez que terminan con los grados de pre-K, podrán moverse a nuestro campus principal para continuar con kinder y los demás grados.
So I also want to encourage you to go to our website at www.cityscapeschools/ECC for Early Childhood Center, ECC. You can go there now and look at some of these renderings and look at some of the things that actually we're getting ready and we're mailing out in the next few days, an 8-page magazine that will be going out throughout more than 5 up to 10 miles radius of our East Grand campus. And also we're going to be mailing this out to every one of our East Grand and Buckner preparatory families. We'll be getting a copy of this that will be, talking about the exciting grand opening of the center.
Les recomendamos también, si quieren ver más información, ir a nuestro sitio web www.cityscapeschools.org/SC. Ahí van a encontrar estas imágenes que les mostramos y un poco más de información acerca de nuestro centro. También vamos a estar enviando por correo a las familias alrededor, a unas 5 o 10 millas a la redonda de nuestro campus, y a todas las familias que actualmente asisten a East Grand y a Buckner, van a recibir este pequeño folleto con toda la información de este nuevo centro preescolar y que estamos muy emocionados de que ustedes sepan al respecto.
So I want to thank you again for joining us. Remember to join us next week on the 15th at noon. Our early childhood principal and our campus staff will come joining you so that you'll be able to ask questions, because I know you're going to have a lot of questions and wondering how this is going to work, and we'll come back to you next week for that. Thank you for joining us.
Les agradecemos y recordamos que la próxima semana tendremos una sesión similar a esta. Estará el director de nuestro centro preescolar y otros miembros del staff de este campus. Sabemos que tendrán muchas preguntas, así que en esa sesión podrán hacer sus preguntas, tendremos respuestas para ustedes y muchas gracias por unirse a nosotros.